Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Brandy Shanae, and today I'm going to be finally doing my November wrap up. Long time no see, I get it, but stay tuned for more.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Alright guys, so once again, long time no see. I know you haven't seen me in a while. It's been really hectic, especially with my new job and everything. So I probably will be uploading more videos, or my schedule will be around Saturday and Sundays when I mostly will be uploading my videos now, since I'm pretty much going to be busy throughout the week. Maybe I'll sneak in a video or two during the week, but we'll see how that goes. But let's go ahead and let me show you my November wrap up. So, first book that I just love and I give it a 5 out of 5 stars was Pride by Ibiza Boy. This was the Owl Crate exclusive edition with the pink on it, with the beautiful end pages, and it was also signed by Ibiza Boy. I really love this Pride and Prejudice remix. Like, oh my gosh, I love the fact that it definitely shows you culture, Latino culture, especially with Black culture, and in an urban environment where it's not so, like, you know, like Jane Austen's version was a lot more classy, I guess you could say, and, you know, in England, and, you know, so I definitely love this. And this was located in Brooklyn, by the way, and I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars because it kept me going. Like I said, I love the culture. The culture was amazing, and you get a perspective from from Darius, and you get a perspective from Zuri, which I love, and I just love her name Zuri. Like, it reminds me of Shuri from the Black Panther. But I love this book so much. I gave, like I said, a 5 out of 5 stars. Loved it, love it, love it. I definitely recommend this to anybody who loves Ibiza Boy. Especially if you read this, you should definitely want to read her other book called American Street. So definitely check that out. So 5 out of 5 stars for Pride by Ibiza Boy. The next book that I really read, and I am glad that I was able to read this book because it was on my shelf. This is also an Owl Crate exclusive edition, and it is Mirage by Samaya Dodd. I really love this book. Like, of course it is sci-fi and everything, but you don't really get the, you know that it's sci-fi, but then again, you still feel like it's a Moroccan style inspired book. I really love this book based on the fact of Miriam. You know, you got Amani trying to pretty much have Miriam be like her double in a sense, because, like, I guess Miriam's family, or Miriam is the one who is pretty much about to be attacked by her people because they feel like she's a traitor in a way, and so she found a double, and that is Amani. But Amani falls for Miriam's fiance, and they fall in love. So there's going to be another book, of course, the second book, and I'm so excited to finally, I'm excited for the second book altogether. This was a 5 out of 5 stars. I really love this book. I would definitely reread this book, knowing the fact of, like, I didn't know what I was going to get. Sci-fi, it's a hit or miss, but this is a great book, and I definitely recommend this to anybody. So 5 out of 5 stars for Mirage, which I loved Amani's character. It was fabulous because they also, like, pretty much disenfranchised her in a lot of ways, and you still observe a culture, Moroccan culture, but you deal with poverty and disenfranchisement and so many other things. So I really think that's pretty cool. So yeah, definitely get on Mirage, you guys. It's crazy. Okay, and the next book, this was the final book of all the 3 books, and it was so, like, I'm not gonna cry, but I was just I was sad, but I was happy that I read this book. But it was really sad because technically I wish there would be another book after this, just to see what happens with the 2 of them, and that is Always and Forever by Lara Jean by Jenny Han. This was an amazing book, especially it's realistic than anything. It's pretty much, and I give this a 5 out of 5 stars, by the way. This is pretty much the third book where you have, Lord, sorry, I just had to take a moment because I'm really, like, love this book so much. And I can't believe it's over. But Peter Kavinsky and they got Laura Jean. They're doing their college applications and everything, and they find out, and Peter goes to the school where Laura wants to go. Laura wants to be part of and be accepted in, because Peter has a scholarship for lacrosse. But it doesn't work out in their favor because Laura Jean gets accepted to UNC, I believe. University of Carolina, I believe, yeah. And you find out, like, they're still gonna make it work, and I just love that so much. But you know what, I really wish they had, like, Jenny Han made a 4th book just to see what happens after college, like, or what they do during college, like how they connect stay connected within each other, because that's really hard, being in a long distance relationship and still working it out. But I'm proof that it does work out, because I was a junior in high school, and my fiance he was in college as a freshman, and he was in Texas while I was still in Ohio. So you can imagine that is a long distance relationship, but it seemed to work. So I mean, it is possible, but you definitely got to communicate a lot. And I wish I was able to, like, if Jenny Han did a 4th book, I would love to see how they communicate, because there's going to be arguments because you don't see each other, but you never know. But I really love this. This was a great book. Jenny Han is definitely a great writer, great author. So 5 out of 5 stars. And bye, Peter. Bye, Laura. It was nice knowing you. But yeah, so 5 out of 5 stars for this book, you guys. Next book that I really enjoyed, and it's definitely different from the movie for sure. Completely different. This is so much better than the movie, for certain facts that I think was just necessary that I wish was put in the movie, and that is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Oh my gosh, like, this was a great book because we get a little sense of pretty much of Hermione and Ron and Harry. Their, like, friendship disconnects in a way, because Hermione was looking after them, but she really wasn't doing a lot of, she didn't have loyalty, I guess you could say, in this book. But she understood, she wanted Harry to be safe, and she wanted Ron to be safe as well. So you understand from Hermione's point of view of why she did certain things that she did. I'm not going to say exactly what she did because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I will say from the movie, sorry if this may spoil you, but I gotta say this because this was a great detail, like the Marauders map and everything. Like in the movie, we get it from Peter, Prongs and Thorntail, whatever. But then in the book, we know who actually, like, created the map and why they had that map and everything, and the history between Remus and everything, and Peter's dad and Sirius's dad and Peter Pettigrew, and they're the ones that created the Marauders map. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I did not know that, or maybe I just did not pay attention in the movie at one point in time. But I really, like, wow, like, okay, now the Marauders map, it was all 4 of them, and they created this map, and Peter was, not Peter, but Harry was like, oh my gosh, my dad did that, and he was Peter's dad was Prongs. That was their nicknames for each other and everything, and this was a great book. As you can see, as the books keep going on, they do get thicker. But I enjoyed this. So much detail, so much more that I enjoyed more than the movie itself. I would give this a 5 out of 5 stars because this is just awesome. I'm glad that I'm starting to read these books, and I can't wait to read on. I probably will not read the Goblet of Fire in December. But starting in January, I'll be starting back up reading the Harry Potter books, and I'll probably read two of the books. So after I read Goblet of Fire, then I'll be reading the Order of the Phoenix. So I'll be reading both of those in January. But 5 out of 5 stars, you guys. And of course, as you all know, or maybe you don't know, but this is the 20th anniversary edition. So if you put all the books together in this series, or in this edition, it is a poster actually. So I'm really excited to, once I read all the books, I'm going to line them up so everyone can see what it looks like. But 5 out of 5 stars, you guys. Love this book and definitely would recommend it if you have not read Harry Potter at all. But yeah, so Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And then, and Sirius Black, I still love him as a character. Love him, love him, love him. But yeah, definitely 5 out of 5 stars for this. Last but not least, I'm still reading this a little bit. I still only have like maybe 5 pages left. But I wanted to get this because I was watching Jane the Virgin and I was bored one day and I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and watch this. And oh my gosh, I fell so in love with it. I've seen all 4 seasons already in a matter of just like 3 weeks. So, excuse me. So I was just like, oh my gosh. And then come to find out, they have a book by Jane Gloriana Villanueva, sort of that's connected with Jane the Virgin, but this is a historical fiction book with romance, and I was so happy. I just had to read this, and because I was like, oh my gosh, that's her book. And yeah, so we have Snow Falling by Jane Gloriana Villanueva, but in reality, there was really a ghostwriter that actually wrote this book. But yeah, so this is her book called Snow Falling, and from the pages that I really love this book. Like, I really love this book because it, of course, it's historical fiction. I love historical fiction, and I love romance. I love juicy romance. I'm a sucker for romance, so I really love this book. And I also love the cover. I think it's gorgeous. It's sexy in a way, but I definitely enjoyed this book. If you have not seen Jane the Virgin and you want to see what it's about, you should definitely check it out. But like, for like a little snippet of it is what it's about. Jane is a virgin and she gets inseminated on accident. So definitely that's something like would catch my eye into watching. So if you want to watch that, definitely check it out. It is on Netflix, all 4 seasons. But I definitely love this book. If you love Jane the Virgin, you should definitely read this book because it's phenomenal and I love it. So yay. But that is all for my wrap up, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did because I was just reminiscing on when I was reading the books, but I really am excited and happy that I was able to read all these books. So we got Pride by Ibby's Boy. We got Snow Falling. We got Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. We got Always and Forever, Lara Jean by Jenny Han. And then we got Mirage by Samaya Dodd. And I read 5 books in November, or 4.5-ish, I guess you could say, because I just have 5 pages left for Snow Falling. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, if you have read these books, please let me know what you thought of them, or how you rated them, or what you gave, or how many stars that you have given them. But thank you guys so much. Also, hit that subscribe button and that bell so that you'll be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thank you so much, you guys. See ya.